What's up, peak timers? We're roughly halfway through the 2020 release of Hot Wheels, and I'm gonna do a top 10 list of the top 10 recolored castings so far. So castings that have been released in the past, but have just been recolored in 2020. So let's get started with our number 10 spot, the Mercedes UNIMOG. And this one was actually a treasure hunt release, but it was part of our mainline set. It's just a treasure hunt from it. But I love the black look of it with the SWAT logos on the side, the nice blue touches, the blue trims. I'm a huge fan of this release when it was originally released last year, but the Mercedes UNIMOG, such a cool looking casting. That's in our number 10 spot. And it just barely doesn't fit into there. So we'll just leave it kind of sitting out just like that. Next, we have Porsche Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid Sport Turismo, released in this new blue color. It's got the nice looking chrome blue look wheels on there. And I just think this casting is fantastic. They've just done a great release on this casting. Great tamp work on the back of it. Nice proportions all around. The front of it with the blacked out headlights looks really cool. Such a cool looking casting. The Porsche Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid Sport Turismo. One of the longest named castings in Hot Wheels history, but I think it's a great recolor. Next we have another Porsche. It is the Porsche 918 SPYDER, released in this blue color with the white wheels. You guys might look in my background and notice, actually I have another one there, but I love the blue with white. You can kind of see it faintly in my background right there. I just love that look on Porsches, just that look in general, just the blue with the white wheels. I think it looks really cool. So there we go, recolor of the Porsche 918 SPYDER in that blue color. And speaking of blue, you guys might see a little bit of a trend of my top 10, but that one was our number 8 spot. Number 7, the Nissan 300ZX Twin Turbo Police Edition. I love the look of the Japanese Police Edition on this one. White, the T-tops on there. And I was just a big fan of this casting when it was originally released last year in red. Then they recolored it in white, I think it was. No, was it not white? I can't remember the exact recolor of it. But I think it looks so cool in this white look with the black trim on the bottom with the police look for that 300ZX Twin Turbo. We'll throw that one up there. And that's our number 7 spot. Number 6 is the Bugatti Chiron in black. And you guys might be surprised that this is not a little bit higher on my list. Well, I just think that the blue release of this one, originally released, was just a lot better looking. I just think it looked a lot cooler in the blue. And then when the release in the black, of course, it's black. It's kind of like almost like a really dark gray. It's like a sparkly dark gray, but it looks cool. I do like it. I think I like the blue one better, but it's still a really good release, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking for this one still, or have found it and love it regardless of the color. But there we go. I'm sure if we had another release in maybe silver, maybe whites, maybe black and yellow trim, that would look fantastic on that one. All right, and moving into our number 5 spot, the Dodge Power Wagon. And this is the first time we've seen it in the main lines, but it's not a new casting. It's been released in premium form, or it's been released in sets before. So, but this is the first time that's in mainline. The only problem with it is the bottom of it is plastic base, but otherwise the casting for a recolor, just in that blue again. I mean, like I said, there's a little bit of a blue trend. There's quite a few blue cars on my top 10 list, but there it is. Dodge Power Wagon, one of my favorite castings of all time. I just think it looks super cool, super aggressive, raised up, big tires on there. Dodge Power Wagon, and it will just barely fit in there. Oh, there we go, squeeze it in. So it's a little bit smaller than the UNIMOG. Another Porsche on my list in our number 4 spot, it is the Porsche 917 LH. And this one, I just really like it because it's done after a real life livery on a Porsche 917 LH. So if you guys look this Porsche 917 LH up on Google, you'll see that there is a real life car with this livery on it. So I just really like it. I think it's really cool that they did that. And also if we look, plastic headlights on the front, which we don't see very often, nice blacked out wheels, but just it's an all around great looking casting. And then the recolored in this livery looks fantastic. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Porsche 917 LH. There we go in the number 4 spot. Number 3, McLaren P1 in blue, of course. I love this blue. This blue just looks so cool, so perfect for the McLaren P1. Gray wheels on it. And if you guys are wondering, this is not necessarily on the main lines. It was released in a Hot Wheels exotic set, but it was just like a mainline set. It was like $1.50 a car, so it's not a premium set, but I still included it in the top 10. I think it looks awesome. I love the McLaren P1 because, of course, they put it in race mode, which a lot of manufacturers release the McLaren P1. They don't put it in race mode. So I loved how Hot Wheels put it in race mode, and we've seen so many different recolors of this one, several of them this year, but I think this blue one looks fantastic. One of the best for color releases. There we go. Number 2 is the Audi RS5 Coupe, again in blue, but this is just such a cool looking casting. They've just done this one right. They're releasing Audis like so detailed. Just look at the front end of that. Doesn't that look so cool? And this blue looks amazing. Love the gray wheels on it. They just suit this perfectly. Great details all around from the back as well. And then that carbon fiber kind of imitation look roof on it, but definitely deserves to be our number 2 spot for releases this year for recolors. Number 1 recolor so far in 2020. Boom! Aston Martin Vulcan in white. Love the white release of this one. I just love it because just look at the pinstriping on here that they have. Isn't that great detail just to put that on that casting right there? And from the front, it's just a really, really cool designed car. I mean, a lot of people are a little bit disappointed that the window was too dark on the last one, but look at this one. The window is now, it's still dark, but we can see the interior now on this one. You can kind of faintly see it, but the previous release was, here, I have the previous release up here. There it is. You can see this one, how it's just completely black. You can't see the interior. So this one, they fixed it. They put a nicer color on it, the white color. Then they made that interior so you can see it. Blacked out wheel still on there. Nice big rear wing. But the Aston Martin Vulcan, such a cool looking car. Love it in this white. Fantastic release. And it is definitely deserving of our number 1 spot. And I do have a few honorable mentions. The Greenwood Corvette. Number 76, there it is. I love the Greenwood Corvette. Didn't make our top 10, but definitely deserves to be shown. Honda S2000 in yellow. It's not a Muniz edition, even though it looks like a Muniz color, but I think it looks really cool in yellow. And Nissan GTR R35 in white with the red trim. They did make a super treasure hunt variation of this one, but I think it looks really cool in this white version. But didn't make our top 10, but still deserves to be mentioned. And the last one I'll mention is the Lamborghini Centenario Roadster in white. It didn't make our top 10. I just don't think white perfectly suits this car, but I do like white with red trim on the bottom, so it does look kind of cool. But I would have probably liked to see this one in a different release, and I'm sure we will see this recolored because Hot Wheels loves to recolor Lamborghinis, so we'll definitely see another one in the future. Unfortunately, didn't make the top 10, but those are the honorable mention cars and then our top 10. So let me know in the comments down below, guys, what do you guys think of my top 10 for best recolors of 2020? Love to read your comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.